Well, hello there. Did you come to cuddle? Is that what you came to do? Did you? Did you come to climb on your human and cuddle? Is that what you want? Is it? What are you doing? Are you just going to sit there? Is that what you're doing? Cats? What are you doing? Are you eyeing up a storm? Are you gonna give me headbutts? Is that what you're doing? Cats. Look at that crazy mofo hair. Still haven't cut my hair. Actually, I haven't cut my hair since fucking November. But today we're doing some rework, starting off that video doing some rework. If you guys remembered a long time ago when I built that transmission cross member, and then when I bent that piece of tubing in the bender, I decided, you know what, I'm going to use this. So I pulled the cross member out. I'm going to chop it off right there. And then we're going to cut and grind these brackets off and then polish this, because this is going to be cut to size. Kind of hard to see. Cut to size and attach like that. Which, of course, the hoop will come back. But at the same time, I'm not going to have this drop. And I'm going to gain a couple more inches on the belly. Alright, just bypass all the boring stuff, cutting it apart. I got my two pieces. Gonna put them up underneath, and then from there, I'm gonna see how I'm gonna cut that piece right there and make it fit. I got lots of tubing, so if I happen to screw a piece up, I can redo it. Well, there's what's left of the cross member. I rebuilt it. There's still gonna be some haters, but haters are gonna hate no matter what. Take you down underneath with the GoPro. You don't see that big chunk hang down anymore. What I did is I still see some people fail to understand what the issue is that the tube comes where the mounting bracket is, comes straight across where the drive shaft would be. That's why I had originally dropped it down. But with that bend, I made a loop, gained a couple more inches. Everything's clear. The belly pans, just with a few modifications for the welded tabs, should go right on. So you should be able to see it better from this angle here. And then that way, the shifter cable is still gotta be tagged off to the side to misalign. I still worried about that exhaust with the drive shaft. I had a camera underneath it and was jumping on the front bumper as hard as I could make the suspension in the front bounce, and couldn't get it to hit, but we'll see how that's gonna play out. That's where I'm at. Drive shaft hoop. So that being said, I want to move things around in the garage. I want to take the Jeep, pull it out, and then back it in, because if I'm going to spray the rear bumper and respray those fenders on the back, I should do all the masking and that today, get that over with. As always, once you start working on stuff, start getting a mess all over the place. You know how it is. But also want to put that OR Fab tire carrier on the back too for Raptor liner. kind of torn on this OR Fab tire carrier. I was thinking about doing the Raptor line on it, and then I'm changing my mind. I'm just putting some rust paint on it, and then I think I'm probably just gonna do it like a flat black again. But I want to get the rust paint on these areas first. So this is where the fun part begins, of course. I'm gonna put that on after I put the bumper on, because by that time it should be dry. It is trying to remember at this stage of the game where you put all the fasteners. I'm pretty sure they're in my tub of LS parts, and it's most likely where I'm gonna find them. Definitely think between this bag, definitely this bag, I should have all my parts. Now, if you guys remembered a long time ago when I welded in the plate on the back there, we drilled and tapped, and then I got these studs. Gonna anti-seize them, of course, because the last thing you want is those studs to go in there and seize up on you. Definitely, anytime you're using studs, make sure you anti-seize both ends to help eliminate any kind of issues. Starting to look pretty good. Just got the Jeep backed in. At this point in time, I'm going to where's that stuff? I think it's over here somewhere. Definitely over here. Got this POR 15 patch filler and seam sealer that just fell on the floor that I'm going to use on the rear fenders to help fill that seam, and then spray it again with Raptor liner. People are gonna ask why I only got them tacked, and I'm gonna explain it once again, is that in the event of a collision with something, I want the panel to pop. I don't want it to be solid and rigid, that if I impact something, the greater the chance of the body being damaged. If I hit something like this, it's just lightly tacked, that panel's just gonna pop up. And that way I can beat it down and re-weld it in and patch it. That's the theory. Well, let's see what kind of magic we can do here. Actually, it's pretty impressive. Nice little small bead. So hopefully by tomorrow that will be dry. I'll finish masking it off tomorrow. Use some Scotch Brite on there. And I just wanted to try something different. I was gonna get some flat black, but I actually just used the rust paint on it and then lightly sprayed it. I like the way it turned out. I think that might be all right. Tomorrow is supposed to be 19 degrees, so in the morning I'll finish masking it off. I'll pull the Jeep out about 3-4 feet and then spray everything. So I just got the rocket stove fired up. It was raining the last few days, so took a little bit to get her lit, but now she's burning good. Got a frying pan full of water that I'm gonna stick on, because of what I want to see is, because I got such a high riser, be easier for cooking, but will I still be able to boil water off of it? Starting to see some steam come off the water now. First burn is doing all right. There's already a couple mods already that I think that I'm going to do, is especially on the back, I'm gonna open up the chamber a little bit more on the back. So that was definitely pretty fun. I already got some ideas on what I want to do to make things a little bit more efficient. And I thought about it too. If I really want to boil water in a hurry, I would do like I do on the BioLite stoves. Instead of feeding wood through that chute, I drop wood through the top. That way it'll burn up. That's my thought. So now overnight, the seam sealer has dried. It actually looks all right. I'm gonna continue masking it off. No sense boring you guys with that because it's really irrelevant and boring. Before I get started, make sure I find everything. I got the gun, Raptor liner, hardener, gun wash, a little container there. I'm just gonna open the door and pull the Jeep out a little bit to give me some more room and of course some fresh air. One bottle should be more than enough for sure. Gotta make sure you have the gun wash out because when you start spraying, I always find that the gun starts to harden up a little bit. All right. Mix some hardener up. Pour it in there. And shake the shit out of this for a few minutes. Bumper's all sprayed in Raptor liner and it actually came out really good. Rear bumper looking good. Resprayed fenders at the back. Let it set up for about an hour. Peel off the tape. Yeah, I probably just used just over a half. Still got lots left, but the hardener's already in it, so it's kind of a waste actually. However, got the job done. Yeah, I just had one of those moments where I could slap myself for doing something I shouldn't have without even thinking about it. I touched the fender while it was still tacky because I was debating on how to deal with that exhaust. On this side down here because I got all those exhaust tubes in that box, and I was thinking about, okay, maybe cut the tube, put another 45 to bring it out more straight, and I went to lean down and have a better look and put my hand right in there. Fuck. Besides for that, everything's looking good. Raptor lined. OR Fab tire carrier is finally completed. Back bumper on. Maybe I'll hit up 4-wheel parts tomorrow and see if I can get the shocks for the front so that this week I can actually start driving it for real. And then coming back over to the stove here, I decided to cut a 1 1/8 hole right there for some extra air. So if I ever build another one, it's definitely gonna be a few inches up higher so the ash and stuff can build up. Since I'm only, you know, just an inch roughly, once it builds up full of ash down there, it still burns. It just burns a lot slower. I mean, it'd be great for cooking that in that sense, but I find that now that I got this hole in here, it'll be easier to light it because I'll stuff it full of paper. And then as far as someone had asked me when I posted on my Facebook page and my personal page is how I would boil water, and I just said I would probably dump a bunch of wood down in there so I can get the heat coming up the tube faster. I ain't gotta work. Fucking beer time. I got a whole bunch of these cheap beers. Actually, I'm gonna grab a Chilkoot. I'm gonna grab a Chilkoot, I think. Beer from the Yukon. All right, motherfucking beer time. I want to apologize for this video because everything just kind of jumped around and I went really fast just because all this stuff is repetitious. I've been over this, but anyways, it's motherfucking beer time. Beer from the Yukon. It's unfortunate that the Yukon this year is closed for people traveling there, which is really sad. This year's been a write-off for a lot of things so far, including if I want to go to BC camping, I can't go camping there because I'm from out of province. Same thing with anybody coming here. However, that being said, I still got to find a job sometime. Things are starting to open up and get back to work. I have to, I already had a phone interview with one company and I got to book this online exam to do. I'll probably do that later on today, book it. And then, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. If anybody knows somebody in the Calgary area that's hiring, you let me know. But anyways, it's motherfucking beer time. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.